Good morning friends. Today we will discuss about the new topic of kinetic theory of gases, that is radiation. In 11th standard we have discussed about the different modes of transmission of heat. Actually there are three ways or different modes of transmission of heat, and these three modes are nothing but first is conduction, second is convection, and third is radiation. So first mode, that is conduction. Conduction is nothing but the mode of transmission of heat from the point at higher temperature level to the point at lower temperature level due to without actual migration of particles. Means in this mode of vibration there is no actual migration of particle, means there is no movement of particle. This process is very slow process, and mostly this occurs in a solid. Second is convection. So convection is the mode of transfer of heat in which heat always flow from lower temperature to the heat is always flow from higher temperature to the lower temperature due to actual migration of particles. Means in this case there is a migration of particles while transferring the heat from higher temperature point to the lower temperature point. This process is faster process than conduction, and it occurs in liquid and gases. And third is radiation. Radiation is the process or it is the mode of transfer of heat in the form of electromagnetic waves from the point at higher temperature level to the point at lower temperature level. For this mode of transfer of heat or for this mode of transmission of heat, that is radiation, no material medium is required. For conduction, medium is necessary. For convection, medium is also necessary. But for radiation, there is no material medium is necessary, and that's why this process can occur, or this radiation can occur in vacuum also. Means it does not require any material medium. For example, heat and light from the sun to the earth is radiation. Means the light or heat travel from sun to the earth is in the form of radiation. This radiation is the fastest mode of transmission of heat among all these conduction and convection. Now next we see thermal radiation. So what is thermal radiation? The radiation emitted by the body at higher temperature with respect to the surrounding. Means for example, if we consider heat radiated from the sun to the earth with respect to the surrounding, किंवा समजा आपण एक एक्झाम्पल घेतलं, एका कपामध्ये चहा घेतलं आणि तो चहा उकळलेला चहा कपामध्ये टाकला, म्हणजेच त्यावेळेस त्या कपातील चहाचा टेम्परेचर हा सराउंडिंगच्या टेम्परेचरपेक्षा जास्त आहे, आणि त्यावेळेस कपामधल्या चहाची जी हीट आहे ती सराउंडिंगमध्ये ट्रान्सफर होत आहे. म्हणजेच रेडिएशन emitted by the body at higher temperature with respect to the surrounding is known as thermal radiation. Now we see details in radiation. So explain or discuss about the radiation, we see some definitions or some concept, that is absorption, reflection and transmission of radiation. So what is absorption, what is transmission, and what is reflection? So if we consider this body, suppose this is body, and let Q be the quantity of radiant energy. Means this Q is the quantity of radiant energy incident on this body. Means total heat or total radiation incident on the body is Q. When this radiation or when this radiant energy incident on this body, then this body partly absorb this radiant energy, partly reflected and partly transmitted. So when this radiant energy incident on this surface, then it absorbs partly, that is QA, means some part of this Q, that is QA is absorbed by the body, some radiant energy is reflected by the body, that is QR, and some energy is transmitted by the body, means in this way, QT. So QA is the quantity of radiant energy absorbed by the body, QR is the quantity of radiant energy reflected by the body, and QT is the quantity of radiant energy transmitted by the body. And therefore total radiant energy incident on the body Q is equal to QA plus QR plus QT. This is equation number 1. Means in this way the total radiant energy Q is divided into 3 parts, that is some part of the energy is absorbed by the body, some part of energy is reflected by the body, and some part of energy is transmitted by the body. And therefore sum of all these radiant energy absorbed, reflected and transmitted is equal to the total radiant energy Q. Now we have to see the coefficient of absorption, coefficient of reflection and coefficient of transmission. So first we see coefficient of absorption, or it is also known as absorptivity. It is denoted by small a, and therefore coefficient of absorption is defined as the ratio of the quantity of radiant energy absorbed by the body to the total amount of radiant energy incident on it. So QA is the quantity of radiant energy absorbed by the body, Q is the total radiant energy incident on the body, and therefore A is equal to QA upon Q. This is coefficient of absorption. This is also known as absorptivity or absorptance. Black surfaces are good absorber of radiant heat. Now second, coefficient of reflection. Coefficient of reflection, it is denoted by R. It is denoted by small r. So let QR be the quantity of radiant energy reflected by the body, Q is the total energy incident on body, and therefore the coefficient of reflection is defined as the ratio of the quantity of radiant energy reflected by the body to the quantity of radiant energy incident on it, that is R is equal to QR upon QA. This is also known as reflectivity or reflectance. For example, polished surfaces are good reflectors, and good reflector is bad absorber. Means if the body is good reflector, then it is bad absorber, and polished surfaces are good reflector. Third is coefficient of transmission. Coefficient of transmission. Now this coefficient of transmission is defined as the ratio of the quantity of radiant energy transmitted by the body, that is QT, to to the quantity of radiant energy incident on it, means P is equal to QT upon Q. This coefficient of transmission is also known as transmittivity or transmittance of the body. Now using these three coefficients, we can prove the sum of these all coefficients is equal to 1. So from equation 1, that is Q is equal to QA plus QR plus QT. Now divide by Q on both sides. Therefore this can be written as Q upon Q is equal to QA upon Q plus QR upon Q plus QT upon Q. But this QA upon Q is nothing but the coefficient of absorption. QR upon Q is nothing but the coefficient of reflection. And QT upon Q is nothing but the coefficient of transmission. Therefore 1 is equal to A plus R plus T. Thus the sum of all three coefficients is equal to 1. This is nothing but coefficient of absorption, coefficient of reflection and coefficient of transmission. Now we see the athermanous and diathermanous substances. So first we see what are athermanous substances, and then we see what are diathermanous substances. First, athermanous. Or these substances are also known as adiathermanous substances. So athermanous substances are those substances which do not transmit any incident heat radiation are called athermanous substances. Means these substances are those substances which do not transmit any heat radiation, means they block all the radiations incident on it. As they do not transmit any heat radiation, means coefficient of transmission of these substances is equal to 0. So T equal to 0. So athermanous substances are those substances which do not transmit heat radiation incident on it is called athermanous substance, and for this substance T equal to 0, that is coefficient of transmission is 0. For example, water, wood, iron, copper, lamp black, water vapor, and for these substances T is equal to 0, therefore A plus R is equal to 1. Therefore A plus R equal to 1. Second substances are diathermanous substances. Diathermanous substance. These substances are opaque to heat transmission. These substances are opaque to heat transmission. Means for these substances coefficient of transmission is not 0. So the substance through which heat radiation can pass is known as diathermanous substance. For example, glass, quartz, sodium chloride, hydrogen, oxygen, rock salt, dry air, and for this substance T is not equal to 0 because these substances can pass heat through them, and therefore T is not equal to 0. Heat can pass. Now next we see perfectly black body. So what is perfectly black body? Perfectly black body म्हणजे काळी बॉडी का? ब्लॅकचा अर्थ काळा रंग, म्हणजे काळी फक्त बॉडी का? नाही. तर परफेक्टली ब्लॅक बॉडी म्हणजे जी बॉडी पूर्णची पूर्ण हीट ऍब्सॉर्ब करते ती बॉडी म्हणजे परफेक्टली ब्लॅक बॉडी. A body which absorbs all the radiant energy incident on it is called perfectly black body. And as the body absorbs total amount of heat incident on it, it means that its coefficient of absorption is equal to 1 and coefficient of transmission and coefficient of reflection is 0. फॉर दिस परफेक्ट आता डेफिनेशन सांगितलेली आहे ती डेफिनेशन आपण लिहित नाही. मी जे बोललो ते तुम्ही नोट मध्ये लिहून घ्यायचं. तुम्ही स्वतःचे नोट्स तयार करायचे आणि नोट्स लिहायचे. परत एकदा डेफिनेशन सांगतो. ए बॉडी which absorbs all the radiant heat incident on it is called perfectly black body. Therefore, for this body Q is equal to QA and therefore A equal to 1. And for perfectly black body T is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0. This is known as perfectly black body. Now what are the properties of perfectly black body? So there are some properties. Perfectly black body absorbs all the radiant energy incident on it. This is first property. This perfectly black body is bad reflector and bad transmitter because the coefficient of transmission and reflections are 0. Therefore it is bad reflector and bad transmitter. Its coefficient of emission is 1. It does not exist in nature and therefore for practice lamp black or platinum black can be used or considered as perfectly black body. This perfectly black body does not exist in nature and that's why we use lamp black or platinum black as a perfectly black body. This material lamp black or platinum black is a material which absorbs almost 98% of the radiant energy incident on it and that's why this lamp black or platinum black is treated as the perfectly black body. And it was developed or it was constructed by scientist Ferri and therefore it is also known as Ferri's black body. So we see the Ferri's black body. Now we see Ferri's black body, its construction and working. So perfectly black body does not exist in nature and therefore for practice or practical scientist Ferri constructed a body which can be considered as a Ferri's black body and it consists lamp black or platinum black. Now we see the construction of Ferri's black body. This Ferri's black body consists of double walled. This double walled hollow cylinder. This is double walled hollow cylinder. Outer surface of this Ferri's black body is polished with silver or nickel. Means this is outer surface is polished. Inner surface is coated with platinum black or lamp black. This inner surface is coated with lamp black or platinum black. Means this is lamp black material. And the space between the two walls, that is outer surface, this is inner surface. So space between the two walls is evacuated. This is evacuated. Why it is evacuated? To prevent the radiation by the process of, or to prevent the transmission or loss of heat by the process of convection and conduction and convection, and therefore it is evacuated. Now this double walled hollow sphere has a conical projection. This is conical projection at one side. At exactly opposite to this conical projection, this is aperture. This is small opening, means aperture. And exactly opposite to this aperture, there is conical projection. Exactly opposite to this aperture. This conical projection is coated with lamp black. And when the radiant energy entered through this small opening, which is called aperture, this is called conical projection. When radiant energy incident of conical projection through this small aperture, suppose Q, then this radiation get multiple reflection on this conical projection and inner surface of the wall. So during each reflection, it absorbs about 98% of the radiant energy. Means this incident on this conical projection, it absorbs 98% of this amount of energy Q. Then it gets reflected. Again it absorbs here 98%. Again 2% reflected. Out of this 2%, again it absorbs 98%. Again reflected. Again it has incident on lamp black. Again reflected. And in this way, due to this multiple reflection, the total radiant energy incident on this lamp black get absorbed. And in this way, it behaves like a perfectly black body. The aperture acts as a perfectly black body, means this aperture are conical projection, and the effective area of perfectly black body is equal to the area of aperture. This is nothing but the perfectly black body. This is construction and working of perfectly black body. Now next we see the emission of heat radiation. So what is emission of heat radiation? After this perfectly black body, means जे मी सांगितलेलं आहे, जे बोललेलं आहे ते कन्स्ट्रक्शन आणि वर्किंग, आणि त्याच पद्धतीने तुम्हाला नोट्स तयार करायचे आहेत. कारण इथे आपल्याला लिहायला गेलं तर आपला वेळ कमी पडणार, म्हणून लिहिण्याच्या नादामध्ये राहण्यापेक्षा मी तुम्हाला ते पॉईंट सांगत गेलो, तुम्ही ते नोट करायचे, डायग्राम पाहायचे, नोट करायचे आणि स्वतःचे नोट्स स्वतः तयार करायचे. आता आपण पाहणार आहे इमिशन ऑफ हीट रेडिएशन. इमिशन ऑफ हीट रेडिएशन मीन्स व्हॉट? अकॉर्डिंग टू द theory of exchange of heat, that is Prevost theory. This Prevost theory is also known as theory of exchange of heat. So according to Prevost theory, all bodies at all temperature above 0 degree Kelvin, म्हणजे except 0 degree Kelvin, all bodies at all temperatures except 0 degree Kelvin radiate thermal energy, and also they absorbs the radiation at all temperature above 0 degree Kelvin from the surrounding, and this is nothing but Prevost theory. If a body radiates more than it absorbs, म्हणजे जेवढी रेडिएशन किंवा जेवढी हीट तो ॲब्झॉर्ब करतो त्याच्यापेक्षा जर जास्त त्यांनी रेडिएट केलं तर त्यावेळेस त्याचा टेम्परेचर काय होईल? डिक्रीज. देन इट्स टेम्परेचर डिक्रीजेस. अँड इफ द बॉडी ॲब्झॉर्ब मोर दॅन इट रेडिएट्स, देन इट्स टेम्परेचर इन्क्रीजेस. सिंपल आहे. सो व्हेन रेट ऑफ ॲब्झॉर्प्शन of radiation is the same as that of rate of emission, म्हणजे जेवढी ॲब्झॉर्ब करेल तेवढीच जर तो इमिट करेल, म्हणजे रेट ऑफ ॲब्झॉर्प्शन इज इक्वल टू द रेट ऑफ इमिशन, देन द बॉडी इज सेड टू बी इन थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम. थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियमचा अर्थ काय? म्हणजे थर्मली इक्विलिब्रियम म्हणजे थर्मली टेम्परेचर सारखं. ते कधी राहील? जेवढी हीट ॲब्झॉर्ब करेल तेवढीच हीट जर तो रेडिएट करत असेल तर त्याचा टेम्परेचर सारखा. म्हणजे इफ द रेट ऑफ इमिशन इज इक्वल टू द रेट ऑफ ट्रान्समिशन ऑर इमिशन, then the body is said to be in thermal equilibrium. And using this concept we see some definitions, that is emissive power and absorptive power, and then we see the coefficient of emission.